Hi everybody, I'm Jim and welcome to the channel. Today I'm just going to take a quick look at two knives that I've recently acquired. If you've seen the unboxing video, you know that I've recently picked up a Dark Timber OG 1911 and I've also picked up Russo Steelworks Huntsman. Now I figured I'd do a single introduction for these knives, but I'm going to have two separate videos. So depending on which video you're watching, you'll be able to catch the other video up here. The reason I'm going to do a single intro for these knives is because, as you can see, they're both about the same size, and they are both under 5-inch blade. And if you've seen my my backpacking knife video, which again, if you haven't, you can catch it here. If you see my backpacking video, you know that, at least for me, a primary backpacking knife has to be at least 5 inches long. And these both fall short of that. So both of these knives are what I would consider to be in the companion blade category. That is to say, if you're going out in the backcountry where, you know, if something happens, you need you need a knife that's going to help you survive the night or survive many knives. My opinion is that for that type of knife, it should be at least a 5-inch blade. To me, a companion-sized knife is that knife that you carry with you along with another primary cutting tool. So if you're carrying an axe, you know, this type of knife is great. If you're carrying a saw, again, this type of knife is great. If you've only got one bladed tool that you're carrying, well then I think, you know, for backcountry travel, I really prefer 5 inches or above. But that said, for me, these are going to make great knives to fish with if I'm doing a day trip out on a river. This is the kind of size knife that I want to carry. If I'm doing a day hike, like in a local park or something, this is the size knife that I would carry if I wasn't carrying a larger knife. So what I'm going to do today is just my basic knife test. Any knife that I acquire that I'm going to take with me hiking or fishing or in the backcountry, even if it's a companion knife, I want to understand how it behaves working wood and whether or not I can spark a ferro rod off of it. So that's what we're going to do with each of these knives today. Let's get to talking about each one individually. The Dark Timber OG 1911 is 9 3/8 inches. It has a 4 3/4 inch blade with a 4 1/4 inch cutting edge. The handle is camel bone, and the spine is 3/16. Now, as I said, this knife sort of borders on, you know, what I would consider to be, you know, a knife that I would be comfortable with taking into the backcountry. It's almost there, you know. It's a 1/4 inch shy, and you say, Jim, well, you know, does a 1/4 inch really matter? Well, you know, the 1/4 inch is, you know, 5-inch length rule is really what I would consider the bare minimum, and that's really what I'm comfortable at. So below that, yeah, no. I mean, I would say that, you know, this knife, if I had my druthers, I would want a longer knife in an extended backcountry trip, or, you know, if I'm in a backcountry survival situation, I would want a larger knife. That said, you know, a lot of people don't like carrying large knives in the backcountry. They're not comfortable. So if you're someone that's not comfortable carrying a large knife in the backcountry, then, you know, by all means, get one of these smaller knives. You know, get a knife that is, you know, 4.5 to 5 inches long, just so you have something. And at 3/16 on the spine, you know, this really is sort of, you know, where I would want that backcountry knife to be. You know, I would want it to be thick enough to handle batoning through multiple sections of wood, some knotted wood, you know, if I needed to do that. It's getting dark, so I'm just going to forego the batoning test and do a little feather stick test and see if I can start a fire with it, and maybe do a little carving, and then hopefully I can get that in before dark. Well, as you can see, feather sticking really isn't my bag. Okay. Let's see how it sparks a ferro rod. Okay, I'm getting the nice thin shavings that I like. Let's see what we got going on here. Wow, that should have... There we go. Jeez Louise. That took longer than I anticipated. Okay, it's getting dark out, so maybe just some quick carving with the OG 1911. Nice knot in there. Oh, I'm already there. There we go. So, well used, custom, dark timber, OG 1911. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.